Many people start their day with a bowl of oatmeal loaded with sugar or a smoothie packed with fruit, but that choice can be a silent trap. The body gets a spike of glucose, and soon after comes the sudden crash in energy, that mid-morning fatigue that drags you down. This is where smart fitness swaps make all the difference. Replacing fast carbs with quality protein and healthy fats can transform the way you handle the first hours of the day. A simple plate of scrambled eggs with cheese or avocado already brings more satiety and steady energy. Research shows that this kind of meal helps keep the brain sharper and reduces episodes of brain fog, that mental haze that hurts productivity. This small adjustment is among the most effective fat loss tips because it naturally reduces cravings throughout the day. Think about the practical impact. Instead of hitting 10 a.m. starving and reaching for a croissant, you keep your energy steady until lunch. It's a clear example of how tone-up exercises don't have to work alone. They're far more effective when your body is fueled with stable, nutritious food. Small eating choices directly shape the results of anyone aiming for real, healthy lifestyle changes. And more, the swap doesn't have to be boring. An omelet with spinach and mushrooms, or boiled eggs with a handful of nuts, already offers variety. These tweaks don't promise miracles, but they open the door to sustainable weight loss that doesn't rely on restrictive diets. When your breakfast is already aligned, it becomes easier to question the food choices that come after. A lot of people bet on smoothies thinking they're always the best option, but the truth is they hide a problem. When fruit is blended, much of the fiber is lost, and sugar hits the bloodstream faster. The result? An insulin spike, early hunger, and an energy crash. Whole fruits, on the other hand, keep the fiber intact, which slows digestion and keeps you satisfied for much longer. This is one of the easiest fitness swaps to apply in daily life. Studies show that chewing fruit not only increases satiety, but also helps with blood sugar control. A crunchy apple in the afternoon, for example, can have a much bigger impact than a glass of juice packed with liquid fructose. Details like this add up to fat loss tips that really work, because they help prevent overeating without forcing you to cut entire food groups. Think about the practical effect. Instead of drinking 3 bananas at once in a smoothie, eating just 1 whole fruit gets the job done and avoids overloading the liver with fructose. On top of that, you build a more mindful habit, paying attention to what you're actually eating. That's how real healthy lifestyle changes gain consistency over the long term. And the best part? Whole fruits are easy to take anywhere. Grapes, pears, apples, or even berries in small containers are simple, affordable, and sustainable options. Choices like these pave the way for sustainable weight loss, without extreme restrictions, just by respecting what your body truly needs. And once you start noticing the benefits, the motivation to rethink other hidden elements in your diet quickly follows. Refined vegetable oils are everywhere. Bread, cookies, ready-made sauces, fit snacks, and even in foods that look healthy. The problem is, they go through heavy industrial processing, lose nutrients, and can contribute to inflammation in the body. This makes it one of the most powerful fitness swaps. Replacing these oils with more natural options like olive oil, coconut oil, or butter. Studies suggest that reducing seed oils can help balance hormones and improve health markers. Think about a salad. If you dress it with olive oil, you not only add flavor, but also gain a partner in absorbing vitamins. The same dish, with a bottled dressing, however, delivers low-quality fats and unnecessary additives. Small choices like these add up when it comes to fat loss tips. In practice, you can start simple. Read the labels carefully. If the first ingredient is soybean oil, canola oil, or corn oil, be cautious. Cooking your own food at home with natural fats is a huge step toward real healthy lifestyle changes. It's not about perfection, it's about being aware of what goes on your plate. On top of that, your body responds quickly to this shift. Less bloating, lighter digestion, and more stable energy. That's the kind of foundation that makes sustainable weight loss possible without shortcuts. Ultra-processed foods may look convenient, but they come with a high price. Long ingredient lists nobody recognizes, excess sodium, additives, and hidden seed oils. They fool your taste buds, but they don't deliver real nutrition. This is where one of the most transformative fitness swaps comes in. Cooking more at home with simple, fresh ingredients. Studies show that people who cut down on ultra-processed foods tend to have better gut health, less bloating, and even clearer skin. That's no coincidence, When your body gets real nutrients, it works more efficiently. These small adjustments add to the fat loss tips that actually work because they regulate hunger hormones and boost natural satiety. In practice, it's worth following a simple rule. If a label has more than 5 ingredients you can't pronounce, think twice before buying it. Cooking rice, grilling some meat, and preparing vegetables is much faster than it seems, and it gives you real control over what goes on your plate. This kind of decision marks a true step toward healthy lifestyle changes, and the impact goes beyond the scale. Eating real food means more energy for workouts, fewer sugar cravings, and even better sleep quality. Once this foundation is in place, it almost becomes inevitable to start rethinking the drinks you consume every day. Plant-based milks have become popular alternatives to cow's milk, but few people stop to read the labels. Many are packed with seed oils, stabilizers, and additives that have nothing to do with health. What looks like a light choice can actually turn into a hidden saboteur. One of the smartest fitness swaps is to rethink this substitution and go for more natural options. Studies suggest that the additives in these products can affect digestion and even trigger inflammation in sensitive individuals. If the goal is to reduce discomfort and support fat loss tips, it makes far more sense to prepare homemade plant milk made with just water and almonds, for example, or even go back to whole milk when well tolerated. In practice, making your own plant-based milk is simpler than it sounds. Just soak the nuts, blend them with water, and strain. The flavor is more authentic and free of hidden ingredients. This choice fits much better into real healthy lifestyle changes because you know exactly what you're consuming. By making this swap, your body often responds with lighter digestion, less bloating, and even more energy. For a long time, the fear of saturated fat ruled supermarket shelves. Margarine and light products gained popularity, but the health results didn't always match the promises. Today, it's clear that in balanced amounts, whole dairy and natural fats can actually be allies. This is one of the fitness swaps that completely changes the relationship with food. Studies show that eating cheese, butter, and full-fat yogurt can support better hormonal balance and greater satiety. Instead of depending on constant snacking, people are able to maintain steady energy for longer. This simple adjustment adds to the fat loss tips that curb cravings and make eating habits more sustainable. A practical example: swap margarine for butter on toast, use fresh, heavy cream in recipes, or choose plain whole yogurt instead of versions loaded with sugar and artificial sweeteners. These details add flavor, nutrition, and bring you closer to consistent, healthy lifestyle changes. And the difference shows up quickly: lighter digestion, less urge to snack, and even more energy for workouts. Adjustments like this pave the way for sustainable weight loss, without suffering and without extreme diets. Often, the struggle to see results isn't just about food or workouts, it's about the mind. Living trapped by social expectations or constantly seeking approval creates stress and anxiety, which inevitably show up in the body. One of the most powerful fitness swaps is learning to put mental health on the same level of priority as nutrition. Studies show that high stress levels can alter hunger-related hormones like cortisol, promoting abdominal fat storage. At the same time, practices such as meditation, therapy, or simply making time for hobbies help reduce these effects. Among the fat loss tips that truly work, this is one of the most overlooked and perhaps one of the most important. A practical example: set aside 20 minutes a day to walk without your phone, listen to calming music, or write in a journal. These small habits strengthen the mind and create space for better decisions. They also reinforce the idea of healthy lifestyle changes built not only on restriction, but on balance between body and mind. Over time, the results go far beyond the scale: more energy, more ease, and more joy in living. When the mind calms down, the body naturally follows without force. And it's in this state that even simple daily adjustments, like shifting dinner time, begin to make an even greater impact. Many people struggle with bloating and poor digestion simply because they eat their last meal too late. Eating a heavy dinner at 9 or 10 p.m. keeps the body working when it should be resting. One of the most effective fitness swaps is moving dinner earlier, to somewhere between 5 and 6 p.m. This simple shift brings immediate relief for digestion and improves sleep quality. Studies show that leaving a longer gap between the last meal and bedtime can support hormonal balance and even improve insulin sensitivity. This practice fits perfectly among the most consistent fat loss tips because it helps the body use energy more efficiently during the day instead of storing fat at night. A practical example: swap that late-night pasta dinner for an earlier meal made of lean protein, vegetables, and healthy fats. By the time bedtime arrives, the body is already at rest, free from discomfort. This is the kind of choice that directly supports healthy lifestyle changes, giving you more energy the next morning. And the impact isn't just physical. Going to bed without that heavy feeling in your stomach improves mood, sharpens focus, and reduces cravings the next day. When a simple adjustment delivers results so quickly, it naturally makes you start paying more attention, even to the harmless little snacks throughout the day. Protein bars sell the idea of convenience, but more often than not, they come with a long list of additives, syrups, and hidden seed oils. They might work in emergencies, but they're not sustainable in the long run. One of the smartest fitness swaps is replacing these products with real food: boiled eggs, fruit with nuts, or even a piece of cheese. Studies suggest that minimally processed foods provide greater satiety and keep blood sugar levels stable, which helps reduce cravings. This ties directly into the fat loss tips that truly work because it prevents that constant hunger effect typical of artificial snacks. The more natural the food, the easier it is for the body to recognize satiety signals. In practice, it's simple. Prepare a small kit of natural snacks to carry in your bag or keep ready in the fridge. A handful of almonds, plain yogurt, or even baby carrots are quick and practical examples. These choices are the foundation of healthy lifestyle changes that are consistent and don't rely on flashy packaging. Promising miracles, and the difference shows up fast: less bloating, more stable energy, and even savings, since real food often costs less than premium bars. Once this swap becomes a habit, it's easier to realize that it's not just about changing what you eat, it's also about changing the way you live. The endless chase for results, unreachable goals, and constant self-pressure comes at a high cost. Living as if you were a machine creates chronic stress, which harms not only the mind, but also the body. One of the most important fitness swaps is replacing that constant pressure with balance and self-compassion. Studies show that excessive stress raises cortisol, a hormone that promotes abdominal fat storage. In other words, living in race against time mode sabotages even the best fat loss tips. Reducing mental overload allows the body to respond better to training, rest, and nutrition. A practical example: swap jam-packed schedules for moments of pause. It could be a dance class for fun, coffee with friends, or even reconnecting with an old hobby. These choices reinforce healthy lifestyle changes that don't rely solely on physical effort, but also on emotional well-being. When life feels lighter, results come more naturally. The body responds, the mind calms down, and the path to sustainable weight loss stops being a battle and turns into an enjoyable process. More intensity doesn't always mean better results. For many people, heavy weight training increased strength, but also made their bodies look bulkier than they wanted. That's when one of the most eye-opening fitness swaps emerged: trading intense bodybuilding for Pilates. Studies show that Pilates helps strengthen deep muscles, improves posture, and contributes to a more elongated physique. This practice also puts less strain on the joints, something essential for those seeking long-term results. Among fat loss tips, this swap proves the body can be sculpted effectively without excessive impact. A practical example: instead of lifting heavy weights 3 times a week, switching to 2 or 3 Pilates sessions can deliver both definition and flexibility. On top of that, it incorporates breathing and focus, creating a direct bridge to more balanced, healthy lifestyle changes. Over time, the body starts to reflect this choice: more defined muscles, better posture, and fewer aches. This kind of sustainable result shows that intensity isn't always the secret. For years, many people believed that running miles was the key to weight loss. But reality showed otherwise. Long runs, besides being exhausting, often didn't deliver the expected results. One of the smartest fitness swaps has been trading marathon-level effort for daily 1-hour walks. Studies show that regular walking can be just as effective as high-intensity exercise for improving cardiovascular health and supporting weight control. Plus, it lowers stress, spares the joints, and easily fits into daily life. Among fat loss tips, this is one of the most accessible and sustainable. A practical example: walking to work when possible, parking a few blocks away, or simply making a habit of strolling through parks on weekends. These adjustments connect directly to real, healthy lifestyle changes without demanding major sacrifices. And the results show visible weight loss, more energy, and a lasting sense of lightness. Once walking becomes part of the routine, it's clear that the rush for quick results no longer makes sense. The body may respond at first, but soon pays the price with rebound weight gain. One of the most powerful fitness swaps isn't about food or workouts, but about mindset. Replacing the obsession with immediate results with a consistent, long-term vision. Studies show that gradual, sustainable changes are far more likely to last. Small, daily adjustments like fat loss tips that involve improving breakfast, walking more, and cutting back on ultra-processed foods build solid results. It's consistency, not speed, that truly shapes a healthy body. A practical example: instead of cutting all carbs at once, adjust portions and prioritize whole foods. Instead of training to exhaustion, follow a balanced routine of tone-up exercises. This path may feel slower, but it's the one that actually connects to real, healthy lifestyle changes. And when that mental shift happens, the pressure disappears. Each achievement becomes a solid step toward sustainable weight loss without fear of setbacks. Many times, what's missing isn't more discipline, but less pressure. One of the most liberating fitness swaps is exactly this: trading excessive control for lightness. Living with joy doesn't get in the way of results. In fact, it makes them sustainable. Studies suggest that people who nurture hobbies enjoy sports, and make time for leisure show better adherence to healthy habits. This proves that fat loss tips work much better when they fit into a pleasurable life. It's balance, not rigidity, that ensures consistency. A practical example: dancing at home, playing tennis with friends, trying new recipes, or simply setting aside a night to watch a good movie without guilt. These choices are part of healthy lifestyle changes that put joy at the center of the journey. After all, no one can stay on a long path without enjoying it. The body responds, the mind relaxes, and sustainable weight loss shifts from a distant goal to a way of life. This mindset ties all the previous adjustments together and builds lasting transformation. These fitness swaps show that sustainable results come from simple, consistent choices. Apply what you've learned, watch the changes unfold, and keep adjusting your routine. This content is for informational purposes only and does not replace professional medical advice. Results may vary. Always consult a healthcare professional before making significant changes to your diet or training routine. Did you enjoy this content? Then don't wait, subscribe to the channel now. Hit the notification bell and share this video with someone who also needs to learn about these fitness swaps. Every new subscriber motivates us to bring even more fat loss tips, tone-up exercises, and real strategies for sustainable weight loss.